a rather small zoom lens. It goes just from 16 to 50, so it's fine for webcamming and so on. Although the f-stop, I think, like yours, is at 3.5, which isn't optimal, but it's definitely usable just the way it is out of the box.
Yeah. Here's mine.
Right.
Nikon, right? Yeah.
Right.
It's a little bigger than yours. It looks like, isn't it?
Quite a bit bigger. Yeah.
Bigger.
Yeah.
Ah. And like you said, the lenses aren't interchangeable.
Right.
Uh, this one also does not have good audio.
This one doesn't have an audio input actually. It
Yeah,
doesn't.
this same here.
All right. So yeah, just wherever the sound is. I don't even know where the sound. Oh yeah, it's just a microphone up at the top there. It's not anything
Right.
special at all. But yeah, but I mean that's not a deal breaker for me. I just want it to be a camera. I always have my camera and my microphone separate anyway.
Right. That's a good idea. I use this to make videos. For example, my unboxing video, my textbook unboxing video, and other videos for YouTube. I do use this one, but I have an external audio device, a Zoom audio recorder.
Okay.
Handheld audio recorder. It's like a field audio recorder. Very good quality. So I use those two for making videos and stuff. Then when I go to edit it, I put the video stream on and I put the audio stream and sync them up together. And it sounds really good. It works out really well.
So do you do like a hand clap or something at the beginning?
That's exactly right. Yeah. Do the old hand clap. I made a little clacker.
Oh yeah.
Pieces of wood and a little whiteboard on there, right?
Sure. Yeah. Good deal. Yeah.
But yes, that's exactly what I do. Right.
All right. Good deal. Yeah.
Yeah. It works really well.
I am very anxious to test this out as my new camera, but until I get that cable, can't do anything. It does, I like it that it has this pop-up.
That's great.
Yeah, the pop-up monitor, so I can do my selfies, here.
That's awesome. This one does not have that.
Yeah.
I kind of don't like that aspect that it doesn't have it, but yeah.
Well, yours is big enough that it would, it'd be a little bit. This one's small enough that I could, have it out on my arm and so on. Yeah, yours is. I mean, it probably has. I mean, the Nikon lenses are really good. I know. Even though you've got one built in, you can't change it. If you got a good one to begin with, what's the purpose of changing it, right?
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. And right. Exactly. It's pretty good. It's good enough for what I need it for.
Yep.
For what I wanted it for, right? It's good enough, right? Yeah. But you're right. In low light, it's kind of hard. It does have a flash, a built-in flash, which is good. And it does. You can do it while you're doing videos. Also, have the built-in lighting. Which is kind of good.
Cool.
Yeah. So that's one positive thing.
I mean, lighting is one of the easiest, cheapest things to be able to fix up. I mean, you've got a few lights around, and it's pretty cheap and easy to add more lighting. I mean, you can get real fancy and make them, if you want to make a studio and make it look real nice,
Yes.
But as far as being able to bring enough light to the subject, that's not too hard to do. So
no, it's not too hard, right? That's which is good. And lights are cheap.
Absolutely.
You can buy cheap lights, right? Especially for if you're doing a self video, right? You can get those round ones.
Yep.
That are plenty. And I got a couple of standing lights that I use, portable ones, which work really well too.
I've got some little, just a little clip on, they got the long cord and then they're just a clip on, and a couple of them are the smaller ones, they've got a screw on them that are about the size of your little finger, just one of those small ones, and
Mhm.
I put some nice bright LEDs in those, and so those give me a pretty good light. And then I've got another one that's one of those that looks like it ought to be out in the work shed. It's got one of the aluminum reflector around it,
Oh
and
yeah,
it's
yeah.
got the you squeeze it, it's got the wire clamp or whatever. It doesn't look like anything, it looks like crap, but if you got it back off out of the camera range there, then you don't really care what it looks like, right? It
No,
still
that's right.
supplies enough light. Yep.
That's all you need. You need the
Exactly.
light. It doesn't really matter what it looks like. Yes.
Exactly.
No one
Exactly.
sees that kind of thing anyway, right?
That's right. That's
Unless
right.
that's the purpose of your video.
Yeah.
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 So,
So you're getting worried about privacy, huh? Wanting to.
well, Dan, and what do you think? I mean, yeah, I kind of don't, I don't know if I should like do a live video with people in the background or the foreground, or should I worry about it? Or
I
I don't
mean, we
know.
see, it's just, most of the live videos that we see are done on smartphones these days.
Yeah,
And as far
true.
as I can find, there is no streaming software that also does face blurring. You know? I mean,
I
I've
know.
I've never, on a live stream, I mean, all the time on videos, we see face blurring, all the time, right? But on a live stream, I've never seen it except like on a news, well, even no, even on a news program, they're not blanked out, right? If you got a news story, they might blur out the faces, but that's in post production. I mean, basically, nobody does it live. Nobody does it live on their broadcasts.
I guess not, do they? Yeah, I guess I shouldn't even worry about it then.
Well, plus the other thing, I mean, think about this. All right, let's
Right.
say that you find someplace, good evening, Illinois.
Yeah.
Let's
Good
say that
evening,
you
Illinois.
find let's say that you find an app, or for $50 or something like that, that allows you to do exactly what you want to do. Now, the people that are getting in your video frame are not going to know that you have a blur effect on there, right? They're not
Well,
going to be
that's
aware
true.
of that. They're going to think that their faces are getting recorded. So what are you going to do? Go to each one of them and say, "No, don't worry, I got your face blurred." No, oh no, don't worry, I got your face blurred. Oh no, don't worry, I mean, no,
Yeah.
So
I
uh,
did think about that. You're right. I did think about that.
I really don't think, I mean, if somebody comes up to you and says, "Hey, you're I mean, but I just don't see it as being an issue. I really don't.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, today as I told you earlier, I went over to Omu Plaza, the new shopping center here near Kumamoto Station,
Hmm.
and I was going to just do a little walkthrough on a
Hmm.
live video on Haps here, and it was just there were so many people that I didn't I kind of felt like I would be right just stepping on their privacy if I were to do that. But then again, maybe they wouldn't know or even care. I mean, I don't know how much I would care.
I mean, I've walked through cameras, like I remember a couple of times down in Shimatori when some local news station, KKT or whatever was doing something down on Shimatori, and they were set
Mhm.
up and people were walking around, and I walked through the camera shot. I don't know if I got on television or not, but I know I went through the camera shot, I may not have made it through the editing, but it's like, what can they do? I mean, they
Yeah,
had a news story to do and they did it, and that's no different than what we're doing. I mean, yeah, they're professionals and they're doing, but still the privacy issues are the same. And I don't see them chasing every person down and say, "Oh, can I get your permission to use for your face to be in this broadcast?" They just don't
that's
do
true.
it.
Of course not. Right. Yeah, yeah.
So,
No one does that. Yeah, you're right.
right.
Yeah.
So
And
I
I've never had anyone ask me that. And I've been in that situation too with news crew
right.
in downtown and what have you. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
So
you're right.
I just don't think it's an issue. I mean,
Okay.
yeah, some
Okay.
people, I kind of felt funny about, being on the news. I don't know if I want to be on the news, but then again, what am I going to do? Who am I going to complain to? The cameraman? I mean, it's not his call, I'm sure, I mean,
Yeah.
it's like, just let it go. And especially here in Japan, you might have people with a greater tendency to be a little squeamish about their privacy, but then again, they're also squeamish about the idea of confronting anybody about that issue too. So I just don't think it's an issue.
You're right. Okay. All right, Dan. Thank you. I'll put a disclaimer
There you go.
on my like a note on my head.
Yeah. Daniel
Dan
Miner
says
told
it's
me it's okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
Dan says it's
okay.
okay. So what can I do? Right.
I'm recording everyone, and Dan says it's okay.
That's right. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay.
Mm.
Yeah. No. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Yeah, I kind of wanted someone's opinion about that too, because
Yeah.
I didn't really realize if I needed to do that in here. Yeah, Eleanor says you don't have to ask for permission unless you're directly revealing the story to them or directly relating the story to them. I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
If they're just background scenery, yeah, it makes sense that you wouldn't have to. I mean, in fact, I mean, I don't know what yeah, so like I remember there's a scene in Rocky. You remember the movie Rocky, of course,
Sure,
right?
sure.
And there, Rocky was done on a fairly low budget, right? And there was a scene where he's like running through, he was doing those runs, right? And at first he couldn't make it up all the steps, he was, couldn't make it all the way up, and then finally at the end he got up there and, but, during all those running scenes, he was running through some market or something like that. And some guy throws an orange to him. I found out that scene was actually done kind of on the sly. They had a van and he was like, they had a camera in the back of a van and he was running, and that was not scripted at all. These were actual people and none of them were written off. None of them signed waivers or anything about being in the movie, right? They were just, because they weren't essential to the story, I guess they didn't have to get permission. They weren't a main character. They didn't need the permission to use them in the movie.
There you go. I guess that's true. And I have heard it happening in movies like that.
Yeah.
Right. So I won't worry about it then.
Another one, that Midnight Cowboy. You remember that one?
I do.
Yeah. I mean, that one, I know that, again, they had issues with getting permits or they didn't have enough money.
Voight?
Right. Yeah. John Voight and Dustin Hoffman. Right. And they were there and there are several scenes, on the streets of New York City that they were, they were like watching out for the cops while they were filming because they didn't have the permits in order to film on there,
Oh, okay. All right.
And obviously there were citizens that were getting in the screenshots, and so on, and no permission. And so I think it's just like, like Eleanor says, if they're not the main subject of the documentary or whatever you're doing, I don't think it's really an issue.
Yeah, I guess not. Okay. I won't even worry about it then.
Right on.
Look for my next live video in Omni Plaza with a bunch of people in front of me and behind me. Why not?
Now you've introduced them though. Now you said a bunch of people, so now it's about them. So now you got to get their permission.
Yeah, right. I got to ask each one.
Hey, I'm one of those bunch of people that you were talking about there. You didn't give my permission. All right, I'm gonna sue your ass now.
How do I know you were one of those people? Come on. Yeah,
that's my name. It was a bunch of people. That's my name. There are a bunch of people.
Yeah. If what if I were to like talk to someone in a store because I wanted to go. They sometimes have food tasting, right?
If you interact with them,
right?
If they're more than the background, if you interact with them, you're probably better off to get their permission, right?
But that's all I need to do, right? Just get their permission.
Exactly. Just get their permission. And probably, verbally is going to be enough. It'd be good if you video recorded the permission thing too, just so you got a record of it,
Indeed.
Yeah. Say, yeah. Is it okay if I video, if I use this video on, in my live, in my stream, and so on? Say, yeah, sure. And if they say no, say, oh, okay, you get deleted, right?
Bye-bye, and run away, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Well, it's a live stream, so that's another thing I was thinking of. Like, of course, people don't know that,
right?
But I know it, right? And I wouldn't want to have something come up later,
Yeah.
But again,
I don't think you're really under, I don't think you're in too bad a shape legally, as far as like Eleanor said, if they're not the subject of whatever you're filming, if they're just background, if they're just scenery in the background, then I don't think it's really an issue. I really don't think so. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Yeah. Thanks, Eleanor, for that. I wasn't aware of that, but now I am, so I won't worry about it.
Now you are.
Now I is. So let's have some live streaming video fun.
Right on. Right on. Yeah.
Right on. Daniel, how was your day today?
Oh, pretty good. Yeah, like I said, I was playing around with my new camera a little bit. Just asking while recording, do you mind being on camera? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah. We'll do. We'll do.
Yeah, I don't know what you do if they say, yes, I do mind. And it's like, oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Don't worry, I'm not recording. You know,
Yeah.
just lie a little bit, I guess. Do a little fudge trick.
Oh, yeah, but if your lie gets on videotape and gets brought to stream to the world, I don't know, you could be in trouble there, you know. I'm not recording you.
That's right.
Oh, what are you talking
Right.
about? No.
Exactly. Yeah, right. That's another little bit of hot water, right? And you know, I would probably do something like that. You know, I would probably do a faux pas like that. Yeah, I think
That's all right. You know, hey, you know, Kumamoto Prison's just right behind my place here. You know, I'll come and visit you every once in a while there, Jeff.
You can throw me oranges from your balcony.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I think my arm's still good enough. I can get one over the wall from here. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. Can you actually see in there from your?
I can't see in. No. Although there, you know, not far from here, very near the overpass where the street goes over the railroad tracks. There's some kind of government housing. I think it's a fixed rent, you know, or a subsidized rental place there, and that's like 8 stories high or something like that, 8 or something like that, and that is high enough that they can see in there. And that was an issue when that was first built. They said, hey, you know, we don't want you guys looking inside, you know, the grounds there. So I think that I don't know if they put up walls or something like that, because I think that side was the side where people are walking, and so they put up an extra high a wall or a fence around that side or something like that, so the people can't see. But yeah, for my place, I'm only on the 5th floor, and we can look in and we can see the barracks or dormitories or whatever you call those things, the sleeping quarters. But you know, all we can see is the windows, you know, and you know, I've never seen even a shadow going across in front of them, you know. So
okay, yeah, interesting.
Yeah, but we can't
live very close to the jail.
Yeah. I figure, you know, everybody said, oh, you know, don't you feel weird living so close to the prison? I think of it this way. If I was a prisoner and I escaped, I would want to get as far away from the prison as fast as possible. I certainly am not going to be hanging out, you know, breaking into an apartment right next door to the prison. I mean, how stupid is that, right? I'm going to want to get as far away, you know. So I figure the ones right next to the prison are the safest places you could be, because the criminals certainly don't want to be here.
Yeah, but they might break in and hunker down, you know, while the police search and, you know, do all the roadblocks and whatnot, and you know.
I suppose. I mean, I don't know if it was. I mean, you know, my thinking is, if I was a prisoner, I'd want to put as great a distance between me and the place I just escaped from as is possible, you know. So
I actually have an interesting, not a story, but a friend of mine here in Kumamoto. His brother-in-law. I do. Yes. I have several friends here. Come on. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, big brother. Always picking on the little brother here. But yeah, one of my many friends here in Kumamoto.
Right.
His brother-in-law, his wife is Japanese, and her brother actually is a prison guard there.
Oh.
So they've actually been into the prison and several times before in the past. They offer open house at that prison.
Wow.
Yeah. They have, you know, the prisoners make things to sell at the open house.
Interesting.
It is interesting, isn't it? And he's bought several things there.
Wow. Huh.
My wife's parents actually bought a beautiful cast iron grill that I remodeled. I refurbished actually, and that's on one of my videos on.
Well, they bought a grill that you made while you were in prison. Well, that's really good to hear. You know, the family support there. That's really nice.
Things go around, right? Yeah. No. They bought a grill that was made in prison, not by me, but I refurbished that very grill.
So you kind of made it then. Okay.
Kind of made it while I was in prison.
All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, that's cool. Yeah.
But no, yeah, and that's on. Just wanted to do a little plug for my video, everybody, on my YouTube channel. It's it's refurbishing a cast iron grill. Hint, hint. So everybody can go check that out if you want.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool.
It was rust covered, right, and
Mhm.
it hadn't been upkept in years, but they still used it to grill on.
Mhm.
But it just looked really old and decrepit. And I cleaned all the rust off and repainted it black. It's sparkling new now. Yeah.
Wow. Oh, geez, I better stay away from you. I'm feeling kind of old and decrepit. You might try and scrape the rust off of me and repaint me.
Just
Oh,
scrape
no.
the rust off of you. Get you repainted up there, Dan.
Oh, no.
Oh man. You know, a little WD-40 goes a long way.
Right on. Right on. Yeah, absolutely.
And some
All
black.
right.
Is that what you want on your beer there, black? What color is good for you? Black.
Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, need a little highlight there. Yeah.
Little highlight.
High
Okay.
contrast. There you go.
We're
Oh,
coming after you.
looking like it's getting to be your walking around time there. Oh, there you
Yeah.
got the brush already. Yeah.
Got the brush already. Yeah, indeed. Yeah, it is. It's getting to be the walk time, Dan. Sorry, I have to cut the conversation.
No worries.
You know, we've got 15 people watching us. That's pretty cool. Great. Thank you for watching, everyone.
What are you doing the rest of the weekend there, Jeffer?
I'm going to be around, so we can do another chat or what have you on Haps. That would be great.
Yeah. We'll keep this up. Let's see. I live right behind the city jail. They've had some runners. They always run right through apartment complex and take off towards the bus line, not understanding that the police immediately contact the bus lines to let them know that anyone on suspicion might always get caught. Yeah. Well, I mean, criminals. I mean, obviously. I mean, think about it. Criminals are not generally, the brightest people on the planet. I mean.
That's true. No, they're not. We got caught in the first place, right?
So, right. Yeah. I mean, they were. I mean, they had something, some problems, that caused them to choose crime, and then they weren't smart enough to be good enough at it to avoid getting caught. So yeah,
that's right.
And then, whereas Jeff at least avoids getting caught, right?
Right.
Right.
You can be a criminal as long as you don't get caught. That's right.
That's right.
And, and Dan, you stay out of that jail.
I will try.
Please do.
But
like if you ever do get in there, I'll come and visit you.
Okay. All right. Same here. I'll come and visit you if you're in there. Yeah. Okay. Got our criminal pact going on there. Yeah.
Pact going on. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Good. All right. Enjoy your walk. Yep. Thanks
very much.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Have a great night. Okay. Yep. See you tomorrow. I'm just